Well, yesterday was not the first time in which U.S. Capitol Police put themselves between a murderous gunman and U.S. congressmen. On July 24th, 1998, 2 Capitol Police officers were killed when a mad gunman began firing inside the Capitol. One of the officers killed was a plainclothes detective assigned to then-Majority Whip Tom DeLay. Before dying, Detective John Gibson, seen on the left here, managed to wound the suspect, who was then subdued in Congressman DeLay's office. Tom DeLay joins us now. Congressman, this must have brought it all back to you.
Well, it certainly did. Brought all the emotions you can imagine. Certainly re-energizes the memories, pretty bad memories, but also energizes and the memories of John Gibson and J.J. Chestnut. You know, John Gibson let that shooter go past him and then yelled at him so he'd turn around, and they shot point blank at each other. John died and the shooter lived. And it was all in my office. You
know, it's extraordinary. Once again, the shooting yesterday in Capitol Hill area was the same sort of thing. The Capitol Hill police tried to distract the shooter to focus on them rather than on the congressman. These people know self-sacrifice at its core.
Oh, they are. First of all, it's one of the best police departments in America. They are extremely well trained, and they are totally dedicated and professional. In fact, John Gibson's son is a Capitol Police officer today.
Oh my goodness.
So they are dedicated to their service, and they're dedicated to their protectees, and they do it in such a way that you don't even know they're around.
Well, you must think about Detective Gibson a lot. It may well be that you would not be here were it not for him.
No doubt about it, because when the first shot went off, of course, stupid me, I ran out of my office to see what was going on, there were a lot of my staff in the halls and in their offices that could have been shot just as easily, and that's why John knew that if he shot him in the back, the shooter could have killed other people. That's why he let him go by, and he yelled at him, and he turned around. They shot each other point blank.
Now, the shooter yesterday didn't just have a handgun. He had a long gun which was capable of firing many rounds within a short period of time. Were it not for the 2 Capitol Police officers yesterday, this would have probably been the biggest political assassination in U.S. history. What do you think about that?
Well, I totally agree with that, and that's why people ought to think very seriously about the fact that what if those officers weren't there? What would you have done? I know what I learned in my incidents. I started carrying a gun. Even though I had security, I got a concealed carry license, and I started carrying a gun. I bought a gun that could use my security's bullets. So I had a gun on me for the rest of my career.
You know, it's interesting that a number of congressmen have said all they had when they were in the dugout were bats. Is it possible that as a result of this, we may have certain loosening of standards for which a congressman can carry a gun?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I think a congressman can carry a gun, and they don't need to worry about standards. A congressman cannot be arrested when he's doing his job. So, but there's plenty of laws that allow you to carry, particularly if you are at risk. A lot of judges carry guns, so we need to think about that.
Congressman, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, David.